All right, cedar kits. Um, this generally I'll ask them if they want something engraved, and these are basically engraved. I can engrave them with laser or with just a V-bit, and this liner doesn't have any finish on it, and sometimes that's an advantage. Sometimes it's not. This has got a clear coat on the cedar, and cedar, if you don't clear coat it, it'll go kind of a dull. Anyway, they both liners have this feature here where you can get your lantern or your candle to come up. This is the short bail, and this is the long bail. This one allows you to hang it up on a wall and just put a nail there and it'll hang up on the wall, parallel with the wall. This one's more short. In the last 4 years, the price between this and this right here is the same price as that was. Um, so I down cost them a little bit there. Then this has the door in it, and basically the door is just a means of being able to get in there and do some finessing with this, and with that. The new lanterns have a half moon in them, so I put a half moon in the door, and of course these kits, the dowels will slide in and out, so you can easily take them apart, clean them, and just put a dab of candle wax on there to kind of lock them into where they don't move around. And then I also include on the new kits a extra dowel in there for like tapping them in and out. And so that's kind of what's going on with that. And they're a nice lantern kit. Um, this These come out. I just simply squeezing these, and they'll just come right on out. You just squeeze them together and they pull out so you can easily store them. And basically all that is just brazing rod that's been bent and sticking back in. You hold them together and stick them down in there, which generally takes two hands to do that, but just because they're spring loaded. And anyway, so that's kind of the gist on that, and that's the lanterns. So there we go. Call for prices. I just made a bunch of pine kits that are no frills. They're in a kit form so that the boys can take them and put them together. They require a little sanding, not much, but they do require a little bit of sanding. They don't require any sanding to get them together. But if you want the edges all sanded and stuff, because they're just machine cut, and these have been sanded and put together. So anyway, and yeah, the doors are nice and handy to have. I have a Tinder Box kit that goes on the bottom of them as well. And the doors are add-on. Then the Tinder Box kit that has flint and steel in it, it's an add-on. It's box jointed, pretty cool looking. And let me get that out. All right, this is the Tinder Box kit, and basically the lantern just sits right down here on top of that, and it slides into those little holes right there. It fits in, and then inside the kit there's two screws. You put the two screws in there depending on which one you want the front to be. I generally will have the front out here like that, and but anyway, that holds that together and locks it in together. And with the two screws, if you want to take them apart, they can. This allows air to flow through here into the candle and goes up there, and it allows you to be able to take it apart. Then this little guy here, I guess I've been sitting out here in the garage for a while, so of course you get a little wax on there and it'll smooth up. But inside here is just this little drawer. This is just a pivot, it goes down on it, and this has got just two screws in it, and this basically is a slide deal where it slides closed. That fits in there. Of course, this one's empty, but the two fit next inside there, and that's your tinder box, and then your flint and steel that goes in there with your your char tenders, that kind of thing. And of course, as always, these are just dried, and they're new, so they're a little bit tight. But anyway, put a little finesse on it. This hasn't been finished either, but anyway, this won the second place prize out of Frontiersman Camping for design. They really liked it. It's pretty cool looking, and that's an add-on. Door's an add-on, and then of course the lantern. And these are walnut, and this is walnut that I've harvested from trees, and resawed it and dried it. So there's a lot of extra work in that process, and again, it's designed for that. Also, I want to caution you, when you use real candles, these type of candles, if they fall over and get against the glass, they will break the glass, and they can actually catch the lantern on fire. So never leave a candle unattended ever. Uh, you know, I use the round pillar candles that are like this right here. Let me grab one. And I like using these because they last, 50 times longer. And I'll just put them in there. And on these, they really don't fit in between the door because they're so big. But I can just pop the lid off of them and set them down inside, and then use that. But that'll last me like 2 years, and that's on several campouts. And they run all the time. Anyway, so then they'll just sit on top of that, and they do real well. Every now and then you'll have to take these out apart and clean them and get the wax built up because it'll drip. The wax built up, and cleaning them up. And these, of course, have the you can put your totem on there, that kind of stuff. This is a pine kit, and inside the pine kit, I just started these. You got basically all the parts in it. Also include that extra dowel and a little piece of sandpaper. And I'm going to put some instructions, just a sheet of instruction paper to go with it. Tell you some tips on getting it together. So anyway, that's that, and works good. Also, again, I want to caution you, fire is, candles. Anytime you have candles, don't leave them unattended. You never know. A gust of wind can come around. If you're camping with boys, the boys can get in there and bump it and knock the candle against that or against one of these, and then it'll catch on fire. I have seen some of these things burn up, and so you don't leave a candle unattended. These are a lot more stable, but again, don't leave any candles unattended. This is a battery operated deal, and you put that in there. That looks really cool. And they're just a hair high for this. Uh, you can put it down in there like that, but it's just a hair high. But you turn the lights off. They look pretty cool, and it's a pretty cool thing. So I'm glad to make these. This cedar came off of our campground when we were clear trees. Got a lot of cedars, and I turned them back into Royal Ranger projects. Walnut came off of some Ranger property, friend's property, and made him wallhoos and stuff like that. So, and then of course the oaks. The oaks come in. You get something made out of hardwood and oak, and they just really, really hardy. The pine and the cedar, you got to be gentle with them because they're not as hardy a wood as this. When I'm making or cedar kits, I generally will have knots or something comes out of it, funky. This was my coal kit, and even at the coal kit, they're really cool looking, and you know absolutely nice. And this thing had a big old knot right here, and of course I filled it, and that kind of thing. So a lot of fun. Enjoy doing it. Been making lots of lanterns and stuff, and so there we go. All right, this lantern hoop is a nice thing. I dropped the size of them a little bit, added doors to this kit, and they make a nice display. I'm in a frontiersman group that we do a lot of that. It's nice to be able to just pull the little dowel up and light the candle and go on. Um, they make a very nice lantern kit. They are great for putting on your mantles. Size of them are about 5.5 inches by 12 inches tall. And I can engrave or laser engrave, decarve. Sometimes finishing is an option. Cedars, they look better whenever they have a clear coat on because they'll dull out. Um, do They do make a nice deal. I've got a storage box for like 4 lanterns at a time and for storage, and they're just a great kit. And thanks for watching.